Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win the Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3! Win!
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
It's showtime.
Welcome to Friday Night Lights on the Buffalo Fan Base Network. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313, and by my side is my main man, my toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey, and below me, who was just there, now he's gone, but he's here, is Jarek from Jan Sports. He is our special guest tonight while we do this 2025 Buffalo Bills mock draft special. So, first of all, I want to say happy Friday to all of y'all out there, Bills Mafia. Happy Friday to Mikey and Jarek as well. And let's get this thing going. I want to start with Mikey first. We do have some sad news. So, got some sad news, and the floor is yours, Mikey, for this. And
a couple weeks ago, I think we were on here live when I got a call from my grandma about Howie. Howie does the fantasy show with me. He's the hot pepper guy. He passed away. Unexpectedly. It happened very quick. A lot of stuff going on with the family, but he was supposed to be with us live on draft night. Obviously, now it's not going to happen, but he doesn't want us to be sad about this. He was a happy, upbeat guy, loved football, would want us to power through and have a good time tonight. So that's what we'll do.
Yeah, rest in peace, Howie, man. Yeah. Go Commanders, as he would always say, big Commanders fan, and always will be a part of the Mafia Sports Report family. And if you guys got to see him with Mikey, he was a great guy, and he will be missed. So, but yeah, man, let's get this thing going. We got a mock draft. And any news before we jump into the mock draft, Mikey? Anything out there you want to talk about first? Before we jump into this,
Joe Flacco decided to return to the Browns.
I did see that. I mean, the guy's not going to hang it up, nor should he. If a team's going to keep paying him to be the backup, why not, man? I mean, that's he's loving it, right? Because he's still kind of, he's going to see the field, especially in Cleveland, at some point. He's going to have some playing time. And he's getting paid. And what is he, 40 years? How old is he now? 41? I mean, he's up there in age.
And no
right,
way in hell, G-Pick, are we trading with the Chiefs again. Brandon Beane better not even pick up the phone call if he sees it's coming from the Chiefs.
No, leave that area code alone. Right?
Not happening. Drew Lock decided to take a second stint in Seattle to back up Sammy.
Okay.
Sling and Sammy. Quarterback Peterson finally decided to retire, but he's going to retire a Cardinal, which is cool.
Okay. Okay.
Petrie and the Texans agreed to a 3-year, $39 million deal, the safety, Jalen Petrie. Vontae Davis, they just now closed that case on his death. They
said it's still undetermined, which is
wild,
right?
Can't figure out what happened. That's
wild. Dude. That is wild. That is really wild.
Scott, you heard that correctly. Howie has passed, so there's no more hot peppers.
Yep.
And then Lazard decided to take a giant pay cut to stay with the Jets, which was wild to me.
Yeah,
it's like an $8 million pay cut to stay with the Jets.
I would want. I would want to be out of there. Fuck the pay cut. Just cut me. I don't want to have anything to do with the Jets. But Lazard has his own problems.
Yeah,
I think he's just happy somebody wants him. Right, so he's just happy to be on a team at this point. So,
and then,
he's willing to do a pay cut.
And then Bond, the Texas wide receiver, has some off-field issues going on. But we found through the years, you got to let that stuff play out. You can't just take because, he was questioned and turned himself in that anything actually happened. So,
as
Bills fans, we realize with Matt Araiza. And Matt Araiza.
You got the Hill thing going. Oh, absolutely. You got to let it play out. But I will say this. Usually where there's smoke, there's fire. And usually when it's a consistent thing happening to a player in any sport, or just not even a player, just in general, a person, an individual, if it's consistently happening, it's probably not, there's a problem there, right? Like you can't keep saying it's false, right? Like so with the Hill thing, this has been going on for years. And I do really, really wonder, and boy, I would love to know, if the Chiefs had some sort of idea of hit. I'm sure they did because it was prior before they got him, but and said, like we appreciate it. Because dude, Hill was on top of. Hill was a great player. Hill was on. It wasn't like Hill was diminishing. Mm-hmm. They had to have saw the writing on the wall and said, you know what, not worth it. We could still win without him. Let's get what we can. And now the Dolphins are really paying the price, I believe. Not only that, he's turning into this weird teammate guy. He's having issues there. And hey, I'm just glad it's not a Buffalo thing. We had our own problem with obviously Diggs, but not that kind of problem. So I don't know. When it comes to Hill, man, good luck to the Dolphins.
Yeah, they decided to get out of the Tyreek Hill business, and I don't blame them. But G-Pick comes in and says, best QB in the draft, mark my words, Will Howard. So I want to get your take on this, Jarek, before we jump into the mock. What's your take on Will Howard? There's a wide range of takes on him from the draft pundits.
He's interesting. He's a big quarterback at 6'4", 235. I mean, there's a reason why they got rid of Kyle McCord. It's not because of Kyle McCord's inability to be consistent throwing the football. It's because Kyle McCord can't run. I mean, he literally can't move at all. So that's why they brought in Will Howard, a much bigger quarterback that can kind of come in and add to the running game. The way that Ohio State system is kind of set up it's set up for quarterbacks to be successful. Obviously, Ohio State's got a massive core of receivers. But Will Howard, one thing I did like about him during the second half of the season, I liked his pedigree. When he had to kind of turn it up, he did. He made plays with his legs. But to me, I think that Will Howard falls under that Stetson Bennett camp, where that Stetson Bennett is not going to be a superstar in the league. But in college, Stetson Bennett, when he had to make plays, he had to make plays. I think Will Howard was just a good college quarterback. I'm not won't even necessarily say great. I think he was a good college quarterback. But you got to put him in the right system. I think if you put him in the right system, the right coaching, and give him about a couple years for him to develop, he could end up being a solid starter. But I think Will Howard, basically, I think his floor is exactly what we saw at Ohio State. I think he could be a solid quarterback if he
Kirk Cousins?
If he gets the proper development.
Kirk Cousins type?
Yeah, I think he can fall into that camp of a Kirk. I mean, first of all, if he falls into that camp under a Kirk Cousins, that he'll be even more dangerous because he's bigger. He's faster, he's more mobile. So he'll be even more dangerous quarterback. I think he can fall into that Sam Darnold camp. Like Sam Darnold, like we know what Sam Darnold is at this point, but Sam Darnold isn't your prototypical pocket passing quarterback. He's the modern day pocket passer where they do have more mobility. There's some serious cons that I just don't think you can coach it out of him. But Will Howard, again, he's got the size. I think he has solid arm strength. But very similar to I'm not going to say that he's Max Duggan, but Max Duggan did take TCU to a national championship. He's no longer in the league. So we'll see what Will Howard can do. But Will Howard's got some play. He's got some play with him.
Speaking of this G pick, Josh Rosen also thought he's the best quarterback.
They all say they're the best quarterback.
Yeah. So I remember JP Lossman, who I liked, thought he should have been drafted, the first. So, look, you're right, Mikey. They all have to have that confidence, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a different beast when you get to the NFL. Like that's where you need to, as a player, any position, you need to You need to improve your craft, work hard in the offseason, because that college shit ain't gonna fly in the NFL. We've seen that way too many times.
You're right. We didn't see him at the Gruden camp though either. So
I love the Gruden boy, man.
Man, he puts those guys through it too.
Always watch his stuff, man. No matter what. That dude, I love John Gruden, man. I love his video.
Ethan loves football, just loves it. All right, so let's jump in.
He breeze it.
Yeah, let's jump in. So Jarek is going to be our GM tonight. He's going to make the final decision. Tommy and I are going to try to persuade him our way, but he's going to make the final decision.
Can you push that? Can you make that a little bit?
As soon as I go live, yes.
Got you. Okay.
All right. You good? You good there?
I'm good. Yeah, I just want to make sure the chat is. I mean, I don't know if the chat. Some people are on their phone, then they probably won't see it, but that's okay. I can see it.
Okay. Here we go. Ward. Duel.
That's a great, by the way, great pick by Tennessee.
This is the problem
and they should
with
draft
pushing it in.
Campbell.
You can't see the board. Okay.
Okay, that's fine for now. We'll push it in later. Yeah.
Okay. Now
once
we
our
see the
pickers
board.
on.
So the first few went Ward, Carter, Hunter, Genty to the Patriots is a one I haven't seen before.
Okay.
Warren, Graham, Campbell to the Jets. All right, so let's continue. Johnson. So we're at 15. Campbell. Wow, they went way high. Donovan went way high.
Mm-hmm.
Golden, Williams, Starks, Grant.
There goes Grant. Yep, there goes. Yep.
All right, so we have Grant. We have Nolan off the board. Shamar Stewart, Tyreek Williams. Is there anybody that's sitting out there that you're thinking, man, I want to move up for?
Nope.
Are there any surprises so far that you see that went a little earlier than expected, or a team drafted somebody? Yeah.
Donovan went early. I didn't expect him to go that early.
Or a team that grabbed somebody or drafted somebody that you thought is a bad fit, or they shouldn't have drafted.
Javon Campbell to the Dolphins makes no sense.
Right?
Their backing room is already stacked the way it is.
And they need offensive line. They just lost their best offensive line who retired. That made zero sense to me.
You're right. He did. That was news. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Patriots makes no sense. They just signed Ramondre Stevenson to a lucrative contract. He doesn't have an next year.
All right. Yep. This is what makes these mock drafts just so different, because a lot of these I just don't see happening. But that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it interesting when we get to our pick.
Do you see?
You never know.
Is there anybody?
There's always surprises.
Is there anybody out there that you would want to move up for at this point?
If there's a run, if there was a run on the corners, I'm moving up. But we're gonna stay put. Staying put.
Okay.
Staying put.
Walker and Buka.
Yep. See, I'm fine.
Loveland, Banks,
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yep.
So you're liking how the draft's going right now, Jarek? You're liking it? Okay. Loving it. All right. Okay. All right.
So we're looking.
Trey Amos. Let's get it.
Oh, you're not going to let us try to talk you into Pierce or Hum? He's like, go to Trey Amos.
Are you sure?
Take me out of it.
He wasn't even going to listen to us. He shut us down.
Come on.
Shut us down. All right. Okay.
Trey.
CB2, ladies and gentlemen. Ignore the Baron talk. Ignore the Baron talk. We are going for Amos. Sorry.
And then,
so you didn't want you didn't think he would slip to round 2. You weren't willing to.
He's going to be around that range, I'm not letting Kansas City and the Eagles.
You don't want him to slip. You don't want him. You don't want somebody to take him early in round 2 and okay. I got you.
With freaking Trent McDuffie on the other side, come on, what are we doing? No, we're not letting that happen.
G-Pick says no way the Chiefs take a defensive end.
If James Pierce is there, I can see the Chiefs taking James Pierce.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be a top 20 prospect.
They need another 31 to pair it with George.
So he slipped for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why not take a player that should have been top 20? I get
Conley,
it. So G-Pick, why not? Just curious.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you think
they're going offensive tackle or defensive tackle?
No, I get that, but if he's there, if that player is there, is what I'm saying. A player that should have been top 20. Why wouldn't you want to take that player? Is all I'm saying. Rather than take, you know what I'm saying? Because usually a player like that slips. You usually, even if your need is offensive tackle, defensive tackle, you probably would take that player that should have been a top 20. I'm just saying not most GMs, but a lot of GMs would do that. So just curious, like in general, Jarek, like if a player yeah. So I'm just curious, like in general, you guys, I guess I'll ask both of you guys, if our need, let's say the Buffalo Bills, we need defensive tackle, we need corner. Like those are the top 2 positions we feel like we should draft first. But let's say an edge like falls, right? It's top 15. Let's say hypothetically, would you take it? Would you take that player over what your main need is, what you feel like is corner or defense tackle, or are you sticking with your guns?
If it's depends on what it is. You usually take the best player available.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking it.
But I don't know in this instance that James is truly the best player available. James Pierce, I like him. He has a lot of upside, but he's also a project. And if I need to do a project, I would much rather go with, we have Bosa and we have a project in Solomon already.
We have too many edge rushers in this roster.
No, but I'm just going in general. Now, forget the edge. I'm saying any position for except for quarterback, right? Like obviously it goes for any team that has this franchise quarterback, but most positions, right? Let's say it's a receiver. It should have been top 15. He fell right there. Do you take him? Like a guy that there's no way he fell.
In general.
Okay. I was just in general. No, I'm not in this class. I'm talking about in general as a GM. In general.
Taking the best player available is always the right move.
Right.
Outside of need is all I'm asking. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's fair. And I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
Now, if you have the best player available and then you have the need that's like really close to him, you take the guy that you need.
Right.
But if there's a gap, then you take the best player available.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. No, I was just curious because everybody thinks differently. And by the way, some GMs have taken need and they actually have drafted early when the player was a 3rd round talent. They took him in the first because they wanted that. They had to have that player that need so bad, and it happens every year. That's why the draft is always gets shaken up somewhere. There's always a team that takes a quarterback way too early or a receiver way too early. So I was just curious. Yes, you were absolutely right.
Need outweighs talent.
Yes.
Okay, let's keep this running. Will we be looking to move up at this point?
Yes, we are. We're going to move up, and there's 2 teams. We're going to try to go for we're going to look for the Bears because they have 2 second-round draft picks.
Okay, 39.
Either one of them. So 39, I think they got 41, and then the Cowboys at 44 for sure. We're going to try to make a move for both those teams if we can.
All right.
God damn it.
Did both of them go? Alexander and Williams?
I was hoping he was going to fall a little bit more. Damn it. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm still.
Brandon Beano, Jared, our GM cursing over here.
Are you still looking to move up?
Yes, we are. We're still going to do it. We ain't playing around, ladies and gentlemen.
So offer a trade. What do we offer?
No more games. No more games, says Jared. This is a new regime. Jared, not fucking around.
56. So we're going to try to offer 56. We're going to offer 109. And can we throw in players?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He getting rid of. Who's
you
Jared
getting rid
trying
of?
to get rid of? Oh, no.
Who are you getting rid of?
James Cook.
Oh, no. Boy, the chat's about to
You
blow
probably
up.
won't need 109 if you're going to throw James Cook in.
Right.
You go 56
Derek wants James Cook
and James Cook.
out of here.
All right, 56 and James Cook. 56 and James Cook.
Whoa. You're about to make the chat angry,
y'all
boy.
hate me, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all gonna hate me, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
you moved up.
Yep, y'all are going to hate me, and y'all definitely gonna hate me with this.
Hey, I was like,
When I
yep,
do my
I'll
explanation-
accept that.
When I do my explanation, yes, this is my job.
Derek Harmon on the board?
Business, ladies and gentlemen. This is business.
Derek
You
Harmon's
know
on
who we
the board.
taking it? You know who we taking, ladies and gentlemen?
Who?
Xavier Watts.
You moved up for Xavier
Whoa.
Watts. Okay.
Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Make the selection.
The selection's been made.
Interesting.
Derek Harmon was still on the board.
That's what we got.
Wow. I am
Darius.
shocked you didn't go.
You're fired.
You're fired.
Yep. Again, let's
Did-
go. Come on.
Did you just lock the door on your owner? You locked the draft room door.
He went draft.
The
day
owner's
on
like,
everybody.
the owner's trying to, what's going on?
Perfect.
Get me in.
Perfect. Y'all
All right.
don't understand. Again, if y'all don't understand, a lot of y'all don't understand. And that's
I
perfectly fine.
love
It's not
Xavier
meant for y'all to
Watts.
understand.
I love Xavier Watts.
It's not meant for y'all
Vince,
to understand.
Vince McMahon, that ass. You're fired.
Okay, what are we looking at with our second?
Oh,
round?
my
Our
God.
second round pick?
Let's take a look at best available.
Best available: Kevin Winston
Kevin
Jr.,
Winston Jr. We got
Benjamin Morrison.
We're not taking
Carlos
Carson. There's no way.
Slushin,
No.
Jalen Royals,
Okay, Jalen Royals.
Lambuka.
Nope.
Porter, Williams,
Williams. Nope. Irsay.
Rutledge. Yep. Trey Harris, Kyle Kennard,
Okay, there's a guy that I like, but we're gonna keep scrolling. There's a guy that I
CJ
really like.
West, Alfred Collins.
Okay.
Shamar Turner,
Okay.
Jalen Knoll, Jordan Branch. Anybody? Chris Paul.
By the way,
Yeah,
that Martinez running back for the Hurricanes, really good, bro. I'm not
Yes,
saying
I
draft a running back now, but I like him.
We're gonna take Omar Norman Lott. Again, I wish Tyleek was on the board because that was my plan. My plan was to go for those three, and then we were set for the draft. We're literally set. We can trade this entire draft away.
You want Omar Norman Lott?
Omar. Yes, we are. We're gonna take Omar.
Okay.
We're still gonna look for that one tech. The one tech is not filled. We're still gonna look for it, but there's a one tech that I actually like that we could try to see if we can make some moves for.
At 109?
Ooh,
Could it be Caldwell out of Oregon?
Can we do a favor? Can we do something real quick, Mikey?
What?
Instead of can we kind of do a round recap real quick before we kind of go up? So go to back to when this is when our picks up. Go to round 2. Just kind of recap. Just kind of see what players went off the board,
Sure.
or at least the top guys that you feel like are off the board that are gone.
Yeah. We absolutely can. Are you looking at someone like Caldwell?
Caldwell, Jordan Phillips, and what's his name?
I appreciate that G pick.
Well, you'll see in a minute. All right, we're on the clock. All right, what we got is Jordan Phillips.
Okay, before we move on, Tommy wanted to see what would happen in round 2.
Yeah. I kind of want to get a recap of guys that maybe went early, got drafted, a little earlier than expected. Just the main guys. We don't need to go through every single. And by the way, are we agreed? Do we all agree on the number 1 pick, Cam Ward? You think Tennessee did the right thing there?
Oh yeah, no, Cam Ward's gonna be the number 1 pick. Do I think he's the best player in this draft? But no, I don't.
No, but he is. But on a weak quarterback draft, he's by far the best quarterback. He has the most talent.
He's also worthy of a first round pick. So it's not like you're reaching for
No, you're not. It's just a weak. It's just a small draft. Yeah, weak for a quarterback.
I'm pissed off. I couldn't get Tyleek Williams. I wanted this is my perfect Brandon Bean scenario. It's Trey Amos, Watts, and Williams.
Okay.
I'm telling you this again.
He may have to move up twice in the second round to get those 2 guys,
which is possible. That's very possible.
Now we did have the two second round draft picks too that we can work with. Just a heads up too. I mean now, and I also want to mention 2018. I just want to mention 2018. He moved up twice. He moved up twice in the first round. So just throwing that out there. That Brandon Beane, each draft has done some. Every year has been different for him. Like he's not like always drafting back. So my point is, could this be the draft where he knows that we need defensive tackle cornerback, and he uses one of those second round and moves up in the first round and takes a better DT and corner early in that first round, like he did Josh Allen and Edmonds in 2018.
I don't believe you need to move up for a corner because I think Amos is on par with the other ones.
Well, let's say a DT, and then you move up in the second round to grab, let's say, Amos, if you don't want him, if you feel like he's going to be going early day 2, or I'm sorry, round 2.
If we moved up into,
you know what I'm saying?
Like Kenneth Grant, I could see.
Let's say Kenneth Grant. Yes,
but
exactly.
Here's my fear though. I don't know if Amos is getting past either Philly or Kansas City. I don't know if he's getting past both those teams. Do we really want to take that risk of Trey Amos pairing up with that defense? Because Jalen Watson sucks. Let's just be honest, guys. He's terrible. And the Eagles, they don't have.
I don't want to put Amos and McDuffie together. I want no part of that.
No, yeah, I'm with you. And I agree with G-Pick here on Shador. I don't think he's going to be good in the NFL either.
The comp for Shador is a right-handed Tua.
Right-handed Tua.
I saw him play. Like I saw him last year. I was not that impressed. So we'll see what he does in the NFL. We'll see if he puts the extra work in and gets better at his craft. But I don't see it. Okay. I just don't see it in him.
Let's go through the second round so we can get back to the draft.
Yep.
We had Conley, Sanders, Darius. Beck's going pretty high in round 2. Did you foresee that, Jarek? Like, I thought he was more of a round 3 guy.
Yeah, I think he's that Puka Nacua sort of type of player where he can run block very well. He's 6'2", 220 pounds. He has the best hands. Him and Jaden Higgins, they both have the best hands in the entire draft. And then the dude knows how to get open. He has a very extensive route tree. He is the player that everyone thinks Savion Williams is right now. Like I've got a lot of Bills fans asking why can't we get Savion Williams? Because Savion Williams is the body catcher that is more of a utility weapon compared to there's a reason why Beck got the majority of the targets. Is because he was always finding a way to get open. He know how to expose certain zone coverages, know when to sit, solid run after the catch ability. Again, the only weakness that he just doesn't really have is that he's not strong, but he'll be a very, very solid, interchangeable receiver that can play both in the slot, probably the majority in the slot, but also can play out wide. I think he's going to be a solid receiver in this league.
All right. So you think high round 2 is actually in play?
Yeah, I think that's his ceiling. I think he's a second round receiver.
Okay. Derek Harmon at 40 is surprising to me. I thought he would go earlier, late round 1, early round 2. Having him at 40, is a little surprising.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
guys.
I agree.
I'm not surprised.
No. I thought he had a good pro day though. He did good at the.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know his stock rose a little bit there. It was rising. So we'll see. I mean, he's an interesting player. Like I would definitely welcome him here if the Bills wanted up drafting him.
What do you think about Higgins to Dallas? That seems like it would be an ideal fit on the opposite of CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, Jaden Higgins is he's my second best receiver in the class, and I have him over Ibuka, I have him over Burton, I think he's the second best receiver in the class. I don't understand why people think he's just a second round prospect. I think he's a first round prospect. To me, I don't where's the weaknesses, because in terms of lateral quickness, quickness and agility, his release package, extensive route tree, has again the second best hands statistically in this draft class, is a guy that you can use to stretch that can stretch down the field vertically. Where's the weakness within his game? To me, he's better than Keon Coleman. He's just better. He's a better receiver overall.
He's a better version of Keon. Right. He has that same size.
Yeah.
He's a better athlete, and he's faster.
Yeah,
he's more well-rounded. He's more well-rounded than Keon Coleman right now.
Now,
I mean, but Keon Coleman can get better.
Yeah,
but he can also get better. Let's not totally shit on Keon Coleman right now.
But that's what we want him to be. We want him to be Jaden Higgins, and I think But I guess if he was like that, what Jaden Higgins was able to produce and what his talent brought him to, he would have been gone. He would have been a top 15 pick. But that sort of player.
All right. So looking here, a lot of what you would expect in round 2. A lot of guys there with JT Sawyer. Even though I'm a big Jack Sawyer guy, I think he's going to be a better pro than he was a college player. Personally, I like his game. He's one of those guys that just is underrated that people forget about, and then he hits. He reminds me of a lot of Max Crosby coming out. Doesn't mean he's going to turn into Max Crosby, but coming out. Max was that guy as well. Okay, let's get back down. Who did the Chiefs take? They took CJ West. That's a good pick for the Chiefs. They took Porter and CJ West.
That's a solid pick.
Yeah. Solid picks. All right, let's get on back down to where we're at and get started. So we are on the clock. So far, we've taken Amos Watts and Omar Norman Lott.
All right, we're gonna double dip. Is Jordan Phillips on the board?
So let's go to D.
Man, I like him, bro. He's a good player, bro.
I don't see Phillips.
No,
but I do see Caldwell. I see Walker. I see Phillips. I see Phillips.
Question. I don't know if this is a question, G pick, or you're just you're saying it, but I guess I'll ask it as a question.
I believe he's a top 5 GM. I know. Right now he's getting a lot of hate, but we went through a whole show, Tommy, talking about.
We did. Yep. Yeah, it was really quite surprising. That's why I just got done watching my boys over at Post Podium. They disagree with that. They feel like Brandon Beane's done a poor job. I just don't. I don't agree at all. I told him you should really before you say that, really go back and like me and Mikey did. And kind of go back. And what we did was we didn't just do a draft. We did the whole off season from 2018 to current. And it's a lot better. And we graded it. And it's really a lot better than what people really remember his off seasons being. So I top 5. Yeah, I would think I would say yes. I thought
he's arrived with Veach and Phillies GM, he's up there with all those guys.
He's always has us in that
constantly in contention. Tell me the last time that happened before he showed up.
Exactly. And the last consistently exactly. And with a coach that I don't like, by the way. Right? Okay. And a defense that is still shaky. So just anyways, go ahead.
In the playoffs.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Real quick, Jared. Top 5? Because you didn't. I was just curious.
Wait, top 5 what?
Bean top 5 GM?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No doubt about it. I mean, if we look at his win his
Roy top 6.
He's top 5.
Roy has him just slightly out of the top 5 coming in at number 6.
All right, what are we looking at here, Jarek?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take Caldwell at Jamari Caldwell, and we'll put him in and slide him in there at 1 tech.
Okay.
All right, so our defense is secured.
So far we have Amos Watts, Norman Lott, and Caldwell.
Yeah, the defense is secured. And again, guys, just real quick, the reason why I chose Xavier Watts over Cole Bishop is because Watts is your interchangeable safety. He can play both free and split safety. He's the best coverage, by the way, that we played a lot, that we love to be in, cover 2. He's the best coverage 2 safety in the class. He's the best man coverage safety in the class. What did we struggle with Kansas City with our safeties playing in man-to-man coverage? Now, Cole Bishop played solid. He was solid in that game. But let's be honest, Cole Bishop he's not an interchangeable safety. He can be interchangeable with Taylor Rapp in year 1. Watts played in a very similar match pattern scheme at Notre Dame compared to what we like to run here. Too. That's why I got Trey Amos, because Nick Saban's defensive scheme is very similar to what we like to run. A lot of cover 3, kind of cover 2, match pattern coverage. Our corners have the ability to mirror, play press man. So imagine Trey Amos and Watts, because again, even if they try to, again, because teams don't like to throw for Benford's side, you can roll the coverage to that side. And even then, I don't think teams are going to target them because you have Watts playing over the top as your split or your free with Amos, who, in my opinion, I think he's CB2. I think he's better than Barron. I think he's way better than Maxwell Harrison. I think he's CB2. We will have again, ladies and gentlemen, everybody wants to blame the pass rush to why we lost to Kansas City. But what people don't realize is that Patrick Mahomes had 2.5 seconds to throw. Dude, that is unbelievable. You can have the 85 Chicago Bears. There's nothing you can do if a quarterback has an average time to throw of 2.5 seconds.
Oh yeah, I don't even care if he's an average quarterback. He's going to tear he's going to tear your ass up. Yeah, I agree.
That means that either pre-snap wise or during the play, their receivers are winning off the gate. It's nothing we can do about it. Even if Christian Benford was there, it's nothing we can do about it. We can't. Guys, if we're going to lean more in towards a man coverage, why not have both safeties who are interchangeable and versatile to do what you need to do? Cole Bishop, I'm sorry, guys. Xavier Watts is 10 times better right now than Cole Bishop.
He walks in as our best safety.
Close. Yes,
he walks in as our best safety.
He walks in as the best.
I agree.
So imagine with Watts and Amos and Bedford and then Teron Johnson. What do we come, guys? We will have
and
one
then
of the
you
best
let
defenses in the league if we have this.
Yeah, and then you let Bishop and all those guys fight it out for the other safety spot.
Thank you. And then we got Cole Bishop for another 2 years, folks. It's not like people say, well, we got another safety. It's going to be a waste.
Well, we have three more years. We have this year and 2 more after.
Right, exactly. He's going to be here for 3 more years, folks. Yeah. Like we got. I mean, come on. Like these two could be. That's your safety tandem for the next 3 to 4 years, and we don't have to worry about drafting another safety by then.
And then you just draft Caldwell, who's going to replace Saquon. Yeah.
Come on now. And then Omar Norman-Lott is the best pass rushing defensive tackle in the last 15 years, folks. Pass rush win rate. He's even better than Donald. He has the best pass rush win rate in college football history for over the last 15 years. He's explosive. He's disruptive. You wonder why
is he a 3?
Huh?
Is he a 3?
What 3? What
3 tech?
No, yeah, he's a 3 tech, which is fine because that can be my third down 3 tech to play right next to Ed Oliver. That's my third down 3 tech that can play right next to him. And he can also play in rundown situations, but we do have Dwayne Carter. So I don't mind Dwayne Carter kind of being more my run stuffing defensive 3 tech. And then Omar comes down 3 down pass rush situations, paired with Ed Oliver. And again, by the time my edge rushers can squeeze that pocket down and those quarterbacks step in, I got Omar Norman-Lott, I got Ed Oliver stepping in the pocket, and then I got my safeties who can play man coverage. Guys, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? This defense, the big issue with this defense is immediately eliminated with what we're seeing right now. What are we doing?
It's not always a problem in the NFL. Turn on the tape. Caldwell can play, even with his short arms.
Yeah, I agree.
Caldwell can play. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're at 132. What are you looking at?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. This thing's about to shut down real quick. Give me 1 second.
Oh, no worries. So, Tommy, while he's doing that, knowing we've gone corner, safety, D-tackle, what would you be looking at as the primary spot?
Right now, right. So what are we in right now? Round 5?
Horton
round 4?
Is who I would have gone for.
Round 4?
Because I'm a big Horton fan. Kyle Williams went off the board and Horton went off the board right here. Someone said D end. I'm not exactly sure that we have a bunch of room for D end.
Listen, I think at this point we have really concentrated on the defense at this point.
Yep.
The first 3 rounds, I do think we need to turn to the offense at this point.
Okay.
And get either Josh some help or so I'm just going by this draft, guys.
Yeah.
We traded James Cook away.
Yep. Okay. So would you be looking at running back there?
Yeah. I absolutely would at least see who's on the board at this point in round 4. Because I like Ray Davis. And by the way, if we were to trade James Cook, Ray Davis, even if you draft a running back here, he's not going to draft one early. This is where it would probably be around. Ray Davis probably would be a lead back, which is fine. I like Ray Davis. But yeah, let's see who's available. I'm just curious.
So you have ETN, you have Hunter, Smith, Mullins, but now like really these guys are the
Yeah,
guys
see, I don't even.
spitting. And I'm
Yeah,
not.
see, I'm not seeing anything that it intrigues me right there.
From a running
I'll
back
be honest with you. So,
do you see anything that intrigues you here? Knowing we trade away James Cook in this mock.
Okay, so we got ETN. Hunter's underrated. He doesn't get talked out of much. We got Brashard Smith. We got Mullings is kind of underrated. Managi that's okay. I think he's okay. I think he's more of a Devin Singletary. Yarns is underrated. Tuin is explosive, speed demon, but he's got some fumbling issues. Brooks is slow. Brooks is very slow. Sanders is underrated. Underrated.
But he lost some of the speed due to his injuries.
He got healthy towards the end of the season, though. He's starting to regain some of that speed. He's getting healthy. Yeah, he's getting healthy. So that's one thing to look out for. I'm
not sure we need to take him at 132 though.
No. Like a lot of these running backs you can literally get in day 3. Like I mean, you can get like in the 5th, 6th round. Mm-hmm. You can get a lot of these running backs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what are you looking at here then? We just missed on Williams and Horton.
Let's take a look at receiver. Let's take a look at some receivers here. Oh, Todd Felton.
Todd Felton right here?
Yeah, we're gonna grab Todd. Yeah, easy money. A lot of y'all people want another weapon for Josh Allen, ladies and gentlemen. You got it with Felton. You got it. You want that vertical threat down the field, who also has the potential to be an X receiver in this league. You got it. You got that early. I think he's a hidden gem player.
Okay. I like that.
So
see what's coming up. So now we have Amos, Watts. So we went defense the first 4 picks, and then we went Felton. All right. So what are we looking at now?
Okay, so defensive tackle, we're straight.
Mm-hmm. Safety, we're good. Corner, we could probably use another corner.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's go to corner. I want to see if I don't know if Zy Frazier is going to be there, but he is there. Oh, grab Zy Frazier.
I'm a big Fordoon fan out of South Carolina. Zy Frazier, what's going on with this guy?
He's 6'3", 195 with 4.37 speed, and he's his own and he's a press man corner who's also solid in zone coverage.
Which, by the way, I love the height and speed, which is what we lack forever.
And everybody
on this team,
and he only has 2 missed tackles. That's great.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best run. That's why I don't want Fortune. Fortune sucks in run defense. He can actually play the run. He actually plays the run.
Yeah, I like the height and the speed.
He's a better cover corner than he is a run defender.
Yeah.
All right. So Frazier
seems like a good tackle too.
So for all you Darian Porter fanboys, this is why we don't grab him, because you can grab he's older, so he's going to be 25. I think 24, 25 years of age. But again, 6'3", 4.37 speed, solid hip transition, solid foot, and again plays more in a cover 3/4 scheme with UTSA. So I like him a lot. I think he's a really, really good player.
Okay. What are we looking here at in the 5th round? We looking running back here? We looking?
Yeah, we can look for running back.
Because our needs
who's available?
Are linebackers.
Who are you seeing in the run?
Edge, linebackers, corners. What they're saying.
No, well, we're straight. We got too many edges. We're good for that for now.
The only way I see us really taking an edge is a late round flyer edge, or we're moving one of our edges we currently have, because we're already 4 deep.
Nope, never mind on running back. Never mind, folks.
Never mind on running back. Okay.
Yep, we can just grab.
You want to go linebacker?
Yeah, let's check out the linebackers.
I like Cody Simon.
Yeah, Cody Simon, Danny Stutzman. This is
Jay Higgins.
Teddy Buchanan is a speed demon.
Mm-hmm.
Small Monday. Oh, I love Small Monday to death. I just don't know if no, this is my mock draft. Brandon Bean can do whatever he wants to do. This is mine. And then of course Sean Dolak, who's now getting a lot of hype. He's getting hype.
Yeah, he's starting to really pop on some of them. They say he's gonna be day 3, but they don't know where in day 3 he's going.
I'm gonna take Small Munden. I'm gonna take that coverage ability, speed, was the captain of that Georgia defense.
Right here.
Yep. Take small money right there.
173. And then we have 177, 206. So we have 3 more picks.
How many players did we take? 6?
Yeah. So 2, 4, 6, 7 so far. With
7
3 left.
Okay, 7. Okay, we may trade some of these away, but we're gonna take a look at these board. But I don't think we're gonna keep all these players anyway.
We don't have room for 10 guys.
Yeah, we don't got room for it.
Would you take a flyer on Kyle McCord to be your backup?
No, we got to get some less mobile. We got to get some of this mobile to be in this offense.
I agree with that as well.
No, Quinn's not mobile.
So
they're both statue guys. I would take a Riley Leonard, but I can get Riley Leonard like in the 6th, 7th round.
We don't have any 7th-round picks.
Okay. I probably could use that as my last pick. I'm gonna go for one more player before taking the Riley.
So what position you want to look at? Tight end. We need a tight end 3.
Yes. Let's take a look at tight end.
Never drafted quarterback who's
right.
Ty Robinson is a
Very
freak
true.
athlete, but when you are already drafted 2 D tackles and you already have 4 on your roster.
Exactly.
Draft a third one.
Actually, Mikey, let's take a look at edge. We haven't gotten an edge. Let's take a look at edge. I want to see who's there.
Maybe somebody slipped.
Take some. Okay, so there's a couple guys. Let's keep scrolling. Colin Oliver is interesting. Okay. Okay. I would say honestly, just for let's try to take a roll on Fidel Diggs. Let's try to get some athleticism there. Let's get an athlete.
All right, here we go. Now we have 2 more picks, 177 and 206.
Okay, this is where we take the quarterback. Is Riley Leonard there?
Oh, I don't think so. When we looked at quarterbacks, I didn't see him. No Rodgers. No, Riley Leonard's gone.
Looks like we're stuck with good old Mike White.
Okay.
I mean, you can take DJ. You want someone who can run around.
No. DJ, he can literally barely can run. No, honestly, we're good. We're good. We're not gonna force it. We can really trade picks away if we want to. We're good.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. At this point, you take the freak athletes.
Yeah, we can take that. We can do that. Or let's take a look at guard. Oh, damn it.
You know what we didn't get? We didn't get a left. We didn't get a left guard.
Yeah, let's take
I would definitely like if it was me in this draft, I definitely am looking for David Edwards. Replacement in time. Yeah, because we have to.
Take Fairchild. Oh, that's perfect. That's a gem. Fairchild.
You grab Robinson and Fairchild with your last 2 picks.
Jesus.
Right.
Perfect. No, this is excellent. This is an excellent draft. I don't see it now. PFF, they may give me like an F grade because
you got some two awards there, buddy.
They said, "Give me a punter."
Do you guys think that they're going to bring in a kicker in? You think they're going to bring in a UDFA kicker in to compete with Bass?
This is not a great kicking class at all. This kicking class.
But I mean, do you think they'll probably more than likely bring in a kicker, correct? To at least see what they can, a UDFA, I'm assuming, to compete with Bass. I think Bass still makes the roster, but I think you still have to bring that guy in.
PFF hates your draft.
They hate me, but so what? But you know what? I don't give a damn what they think. This is beautiful.
Man, what's the overall? What's did they give it overall?
C.
A C? Oh man.
So
guys in the chat, I want the chat to put their grade. So let's start from the top, Mikey. Let's go through Jarek's draft. Right. Guys, everybody in the chat, go ahead and after we're done here, put your grade. So PFF has it a C. All right, go ahead, Mikey.
So we have Amos at the 30, and then we packaged
which
James
I like,
Cook
by the way. I don't mind.
And 56, which we probably could have packaged, a later round pick if we were going to move Cook.
Probably, maybe,
could have, or throw a few of our later ones in there to move up. To grab Watts, then with our second round pick, we took Norman Lott, grabbed Caldwell as our new one tech, came back with Felton as the wide receiver. You know, really, he walks in the door as wide receiver 5 for us. Then Frazier, just an athletic freak.
Boy, they did not like these 3 in a row. F.
And these all like athletic freaks.
They're brutal.
Like this again. Yeah. Pro Football Focus. It's because of the value. It's the value of the pick. That's the reason why. It's
Right.
Which is fine.
PFF dislikes your drafts. Your draft is dynamic.
Yeah, that is true, Robert. Yeah, PFF. I'm not a fan of either. So I agree, Robert.
Oh, your draft is dog shit. Hello, Tommy.
Oh, breaking news, Mr. Most interesting man in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, give us that breaking news.
I'm a big fan of Fairchild in the 6th. You get Fairchild in the 6th, that's a steal. You know,
again, there's a reason why we're not rushing to sign Connor McGovern. There's a reason why we're not rushing to sign these dudes, is because they believe in the coaching and they believe in the talent that you can get in later rounds.
Romer does crazy things.
You get Dylan Fairchild, and then you pair him up with Cedric Van Pran. I mean, again, I'm confident that Van Pran's going to be the starting center within the next couple of years. I'm confident. And then you can pair him up with Dylan Fairchild. Come on now, what are we doing here? Another stable offensive line.
I bet Ty Robson goes in the first 3 rounds. Yeah, some of these guys just fall because PFF ranks them where they rank them. All right, Tommy, you ready to do one for you?
Sure. And by the way, congratulations, Mr. Fulton. Listen, guys, if you don't know Mr. Fulton, he's the most interesting man in the chat, and I guess he's a Colts fan. Which is listen, man. Hey, all respect to you, brother. So I guess he's fan of the year or something. I don't know, something like that. But congratulations, buddy. Congratulations.
He's going into the Colts Hall of Fans. So cool.
I know nothing about what they do there, but hey.
Are you gonna want to move, or are you just picking at 30? So I need to know how fast to make this thing go.
I'm sorry, say it again, Mikey.
Are you gonna want to move up, or are you just picking at 30 with who's there?
Well, let's go through the first 10 picks.
Okay.
Or 15 actually, because I'm not planning on draft or trading up, in the top 15. Let's say, like I'm not, because that's going to require a lot, and I'm just not playing that game.
Shador at 7 this time. All right, top 15 picks done. It went Ward, Hunter, Carter. This seems more like a Patriots pick to me. Mbumbo, Graham, Barron, Shador at 7. I can see the Jets taking Shador. That just seems right, on par with them.
The Jets?
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? It's actually New York, big media. I could definitely see that happening too. 100%. And I also could see it being a disaster. It's New Jersey, baby. All right, go ahead.
Then we have Campbell, Green, Will Johnson, Mike Williams. All right, anybody you want to move up for at this point?
Okay. No. Let's go to let's
20?
Stop around the 20. Yeah, the 20th. Let's see where we're at.
So then it went Golden, Stewart, Simmons, Grant.
Yeah, I was hoping. You know what I was hoping for, Mikey?
Grant
slid a little bit more.
Slid a little bit.
I was and he was getting there. Because at that I was willing to maybe entertain that. But damn it. Okay, no problem. All right, let's go to 23. Let's go up to 23.
Okay. Then Donovan went, Walker went, Mbuka went. No other tackles went.
So
at this point.
I want to see who's available for
it doesn't show you, so you just have to know them. So you have
Okay, so you don't have that list. Okay.
Harmon, Alexander. It's that group.
Got you. Okay.
I'm not moving up for anybody in that group.
I'm not. So let's continue that on. Let's continue going.
Don't let that happen. Continue on. We got Pierce, Banks, Booker, Starks. Hampton, Nolan. So to us. So it's Harmon.
So are we up right
Amos. Yep, it's Harmon, Amos, Scranton, Alexander, Benjamin, Higgins, Watts, Williams, Jackson.
So you do have a list of players. That's
Well,
what I was
it
asking
doesn't
earlier.
show
You have
up
a list?
when you stop it. You have to be on the clock.
Oh, got you. Okay. So who's available on the DT? Sorry. Luckily, this isn't fantasy football. I'd be
There
fucked.
you go. Harmon,
You were on the clock.
Harmon, Alexander,
No.
Sanders, Tyreek, Williams.
See, I like Harmon. I do. But I'm with you guys on the Amos thing. I really am. But my thing is, will Amos?
No one wants to trade back either. So,
so here's my thing. We have 2 second-round draft picks here.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like the Buffalo Bills do need a complimentary next to a DT next to Ed Oliver, right? They have to have it. We haven't had one in years, right? I mean, we've been band-aiding that position forever. I hear I'm going to go Harmon here, okay? And I'm going to try to trade up one of our second-round picks to get up early in the second round to get hopefully Amos. So let's try to do this, and,
so
and we'll see
Harmon.
how the rest of the round.
They took it.
Yeah.
The Chiefs took a tight end. Kelsey's replacement.
Well, I mean, Kelsey is, that's not terrible for them. I get it.
Mm-hmm. But with Conley and Simmons still on the board, they need tackles back.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you there. I wouldn't, but I understand if they did. But you're right.
We could go tight end.
But I also don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate it.
I mean, Loveland's not.
If you're a Chiefs fan, you know it's
tight end.
Yeah.
So
what do we got? What's our
Giants?
picks? We could do business with the Giants. So let's see if they're willing to take call our buddy Shane. Let's see if they're willing to take one of our 2s, and we can also give them. How many draft picks we got? Where are we at?
I mean, we can max them all out like that to get up there, or we're gonna have to.
Yeah, we can give them a couple.
Or we're gonna have to give them 2 and then take 3 back.
Okay, let's try that. Let's see if they're willing to.
You're gonna give up the second round pick.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter at this point. We're getting a guy that's going to be an instant starter, and we need production. I'm tired of the project
you're
players.
You're gonna give me the 2 second round picks. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's fine. So, and I'll take the guy that I know is going. Yeah, absolutely. So now I got 2 very important positions filled that I know are going to start week 1. I know they are. So, and be here for a while. So I'm happy with that. So I have no problem with that.
So my question is, where's Derek Harmon playing at?
I'm putting him next. I'm putting him next to. Yeah, absolutely, I am. I am.
I don't think he's a one.
I think. Listen. I think he can. I think they can mold him. I think they can work with him. I think he has the size to do it. He's a big boy. I do, and I can see them working with him. Just like people didn't see Torrance working out. Torrance didn't fit the scheme. But I'm just saying, we knew, but some people didn't. I knew, right? You know what I'm saying. So
we're gonna go. I mean, I'm a Harmon fan, and I like him, but
I want a Grant. I'm just saying, but
if we're looking at one tech, a true one tech,
he's not a one tech.
He's not a one.
No, I know he's not. But but he's the best at that right there.
I might take Alexander.
He's the best ET that I felt.
If I'm going to flip him out one tech, I might take Alexander. He's a better run stopper.
Exactly. I could take Darius Alexander. I can take Omar.
I get it, but
and mold him to the one, or I can take Tyleek Williams, who's the.
You still can mold Harmon. You still can work with Harmon. He's a good enough athlete where you can work with him. 100%. He's a big guy. He's not an under. Listen, he's not an undersized DT by any means.
Okay.
By any means.
Okay.
By the way,
I mean,
the Giants took Dart and Henderson with the 2 picks we gave up.
but who did they take?
They took Jackson Dart, quarterback,
Okay.
and Trayvon Henderson.
I do not like Jackson Dart, by the way. I know some people are up and down with him. I'm just not a fan of Jackson.
Stand your ground, Tommy.
But yeah. Yeah, I'm just not. By the way, I mean, Derek Carr is 6'4", 315. I mean, trust me, guys, he can be worked. They definitely can get him to be versatile in that position.
Tommy's hit on
He's
the last
big enough.
2 picks.
I have. Absolutely, I have. So
Okay. We're at 99.
we'll see. We'll see how it works.
So we have 99, 105, and 109.
Okay. So what draft picks do we got available for us? Like how many more we got available? So we traded both twos.
You'll have like 4 more picks before because we only did 5.
And when's our next? Right. So we got what? We don't have a round 3. We got round 4.
No, we
right?
do have a round 3 because we traded out.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. We got it back. Okay.
Yep. So we have 99, 105, 109.
See, I'm happy with the round 3. So we got our round 3 back. We got rid of. Okay. So, man, guys. I know you hate it. I like Martinez, man. I really do. But we have James Cook, and I do not think we're trading James Cook.
I like Damian Martinez too. I think he's
I really do like him. I think it would all depend on, in reality, what they're going to do with James Cook. If they traded James Cook, I'm not going to do it here on this mock draft because I do have a feeling that they're trying to get a deal done. They obviously met up with James Cook. It didn't happen, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. So it tells me that James Cook's definitely going to be here through his rookie deal, and they may get it done. So I don't think they go draft. I don't think they trade him, and I don't think they get a running back here in this draft. So let's see who's available receiver right now.
So Kyle Williams is the best. We have Williams, Bond.
I like Bond too, guys. I do like Bond.
Bond is not. He's going in day 3. After that, what happened with him? He's going.
I know, but I like him though, man. I do like him as a receiver.
like him over Williams.
I get you. I'm just saying.
My favorite of the bunch is Horton.
I like Horton from Colorado
State. I mean, he got hurt last year, but man, that guy catches everything.
Horton,
such a smooth route runner.
Let's go safety. Let's see who's the safety.
All right.
By the way, because that's a position too. We definitely need a win. All right, let's see here.
Bowman.
Who do you guys like here? Anybody here that you're willing to take?
Interesting.
You guys like?
His tape 2 years ago was really good. His tape last year was not great.
He's Cole Bishop 2.0. I don't know. We're not doing that. I think Bowman. Really, I think Billy Bowman and Jonas Sanker has the potential to be your center fielder. Billy Bowman is a versatile defensive back. He can play nickel, can play either of the safety positions. Is a willing tackler downhill, and is rangy. The only concern I have is that he's 5'10", 100. He's 5'10", 100. He's not in the pound, so almost the same size as what's his name, as Poyer.
Okay.
Go to edge.
What about Malachi Moore? What's the issue? I mean, every time I watch him on tape, he's good. What's the issue with Moore? Is he just not? Is he at his ceiling?
No, yeah, it's just like his ceiling was his freshman season, where again he had the 3 interceptions, but they played him more at star, which is kind of more just basically nickel. They played at nickel, but then the last couple of years he's been dealing with some certain injury issues, and they played him at slot. Didn't really work out. Then he got hurt, and then Branch took his spot. And that's how he was able to do his thing. But they moved Moore out the last couple of years to more of a free safety position. He played solid. He's a solid pick. I wouldn't be that mad at all if we take out Malachi Moore.
Okay.
By the way, G pick. I know. I'm a Hurricane fan, so
you said edge.
He is. He was. Yeah, let's go to edge. But yeah, Martinez is
he's good. Nature, but we have one of those guys already in Solomon. Walker is like a Solomon clone.
Yeah.
You know.
Man, I'm torn here.
I like UCLA edge rusher a lot because they love his athleticism. They
go Go to guard. Go to guard. I know it's early for that, but let's see who's available. See if anybody slipped.
Lumpkin would be ideal, but he's so short. He's like 5'11".
Yeah.
But the dude has crazy good technique and is super strong.
And we already went to receiver. We didn't see anything that was crazy. We were crazy about. Man, oh man.
Linebacker.
This is tough.
Bassa, Carter, Kaiser, King. This is why you don't trade your second round pick.
Yeah, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. I fill two very, very important positions. I don't care about that. That's not. Well, it's not. Ideally, going into this draft, we were really the things that we really needed the most were the positions I just filled. So I don't.
Is
it's
it
not the end of the world. By the way, we have a. Yeah, you know what? I mean, he's there. I like him a lot. You know what? Maybe we draft him and then we do trade James Cook
later
during. Yep. So let's go ahead and get Martinez because he's there. He is damn good. And if we're going to go ahead and wheel and deal James Cook, we can go ahead and do that after the draft and maybe get another draft pick.
Williams is probably the best wide receiver on the board.
Yeah, let's go Williams after it. That's fine. I agree with you. Even though I like Bond a lot, it is what it is. I'm with you guys on that. He is better than Bond.
So you still need to grab a one tech because what you've done right now is you have Harmon, Amos.
Yeah, let's look at the rest of the DTs that are available right now.
You gonna pair his college buddy with him? Caldwell?
What do you think, Jarek? What should we do here?
See, now this is the difficult part this is the difficult part because now that if we're playing Harmon at one tech, I don't because Daquan. I mean, you could release Daquan Jones. I think you're paying him. I think $70 million. So I think realistically you can do it if you want to. I like Caldwell a lot. I mean, if you want, I would get it. But I think that if you're going to draft Caldwell, that means you got to let go of Daquan Jones. You're not keeping 3-1 techs. You're not doing it. Unless again, Harmon's going to be moving out to 3 tech, and you're just going to be playing more of that role where you're just going to be playing more of that role where.
Then
when Ogunjobi comes back, where does he play?
He's got to play 3 tech. He's not playing where else.
How many? We have 4 3 techs then. Ogunjobi. Right. Oliver, Harmon and Carter.
Yeah. So if you draft Caldwell, that means that it's Harmon and it's Caldwell. That's your
future.
That's your one tech future or whatever. That could be your.
Yeah.
By the way,
if you work out with Harmon, you can easily move him out and then plug Caldwell into one tech for the following year or two. So.
Yeah, and you don't know that they still can't work with Harmon. What's his name? Harmon to be the one. You don't know that. Like I would assume that would be the goal there.
Harmon is naturally a 3 tech. Doesn't mean they can't work him in.
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got the potential, but in year one, I don't think year one. And again, there is a reason why he did not play at 1 tech at Oregon. They tried him at 1 tech because he played it at Michigan State, tried it at Oregon, and he lost to Caldwell and he lost to Watt. He lost to 2 dudes. But they played him at 3 tech because, you paid him $250,000. What else are you going to play
now, I do believe Harmon would be our best 3 tech behind
Oliver. For sure.
You've upgraded there.
Yeah.
Now, you've wasted money on Ogunjobi, but, it's not like we haven't wasted money on the line before.
Exactly, and he's a 1-year guy, anyways. So in missing time. So let's be real here. And honestly, I'm not even sold on Daquan Jones even makes the team. He was a shell of himself.
34 years
shell
old.
of him, and he's only exactly. What up, Captain D? Captain D in the house. By the way, guys, real quick before we move on, not next week, but the following week, we're going to have multiple people on here. We're going to do a similar kind of thing, a mock draft, but with a Jets fan who's on my AFC Shakedown show, Anthony, Captain D, representing the Dolphins, Curtis representing the Dolphins, so they're going to be working together. obviously Mikey's going to be here, and Mikey's going to do the Patriots because we don't have a Patriots guy unless I find one. So it'll be fun. It'll be different people,
punters and kickers, the whole draft.
Yeah,
for the Patriots.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they feel what their team should take. So
what about
that's
Will
what we're
Howard?
do.
A flyer on Will Howard here. Would you take
Caldwell
as the true one tech, or would you take a flyer on
in the 4th round?
Howard here? Yeah.
Are we in the 4th?
Not.
No.
Absolutely not.
I see.
I'm just throwing.
All right, so we're still on the 4th, right?
Yeah.
Golly, man, I'm so yeah.
You on the one tech Caldwell?
Yeah, let's do the
one
tech. Why not? Yeah.
And from the stories that I've heard from Doug Whaley, we had this was like a couple years ago. We had a conversation. He told me those war rooms are violent. Those war rooms get violent.
I bet they do.
Occasion. Yeah.
You do have Riley Leonard in the 4th round at 132. Too early? I can't see him lasting though.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
I
still think, you know what?
Ideas out.
I want to go. I still want to get a left guard. I know we haven't. It's something I still want to go, even if it's a project player.
We don't have to.
It doesn't matter. We're late. Listen, these are right now. We're in the stage of the draft where it's a toss up, big time. These are all projected guys, project players at this point.
You know, it's like I like Kandra, I like Colby, I like Cooper.
Fairchild.
I like Fairchild.
He's more of a center, but still solid. Could maybe work inside a guard.
Let's see. Who's out of tackle? Logan Brown is an actual tackle.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. In time, we're gonna have to worry about the tackle position too for Dion, because Dion, I love him, but in time, you're gonna have to figure out his replacement.
We have a couple years,
not this draft, but exactly, not now or anything like that, but. There will be a draft where we're going to have to start considering.
You got Trevor Penning's brother, who we've been looking at hard. He's he's very similar. He has a very similar play style to his brother, Nasty Mauler.
Where's he at?
Like all the way at the bottom. Like he's projected to go undrafted.
You have Cooper Mays too.
Yeah, I'll leave it up.
That's Cade Mays' little brother.
Yeah.
All right, so you have an idea of what guard you like?
I don't. I'm going to leave it up to you guys on that one. I do want to guard.
You can get some tackles to play inside a guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't see anybody that stands out here. I mean, of course, once again, we don't know. I obviously don't study guards all the time, so I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm going to go to my crew here.
Yeah.
Emery
6'4",
Jones,
323. He seems kind of. Emery Jones is a tackle.
Freakish tackle, but you never know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very athletic.
I mean, I could see, Cromer wanting a guy like this, 6'6", 315, and then letting him move him inside and see what he can do with him.
All right, go for it.
I'm not saying that's who we should take. What guard would you take?
I'm leaving it up to you.
I have Colby.
Well, who's that edge rusher? Let's take a look at edge rusher as well. We get
edge. Savion Jones.
Okay.
Oben. Batty.
So kind of the
like
same.
Savion Jones.
Yeah, Savion Jones. Yeah, he's more of that Rousseau's type of player.
Mm-hmm.
Roland's your sack master. That's we kind of got that last year with Solomon, but this is your sack.
Yeah,
master.
he's kind of in that Solomon role. 6'3", 252.
I know you guys don't like him, but
compression type of.
Is Thornton still available? By the way, wide receiver. I'm sure he is, but I'm just curious for later rounds. I know you guys don't like him, but I do.
Yeah,
he is there. So I definitely want to keep an eye on him because if he's there in later.
Yeah. Who was the one that you liked that came out of?
I mean, Todd Felton is still there. I think Todd Felton could be a star. I literally think he could be an X. I got Felton still there.
Mm-hmm. We also took Williams earlier.
Yeah, we did take Williams. Tesla, we may take Tesla in a couple weeks. We may actually take Tesla. That's for Matt Collins' replacement potentially. and Tesla from Arkansas. So that may be a play.
If I was taking a D end, I would take Jones here because I think he fits that type of compression type, D end.
I'm leaving it up to you guys in this one because yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take Jones here.
Jones, okay.
Yeah.
So what are we in right now? Round 5 coming up.
Yeah.
And how many more picks we got? 2. Round 5 and 6.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure we're actually gonna get to him though. I think we might be done.
Is that it? Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay.
Good luck on the draft. Tuned in late. Any surprises in your draft? Yeah. Jared dealt Cook. I mean, I love his first 3 picks. His first 3 picks were awesome, but
right.
Oh, we had one more.
And
oh, we
have all right.
More.
I'm going Thornton if he's available. Thornton. I know you guys don't like him, but I'm sold on Thornton. I like him.
There you go.
Fast, 6'5", tall, can run.
Felton's still
not the
there
great
too.
route runner, but
yikes! I would take Felton over him, but that's just me. We do need a safety. So we don't have a safety. Here, I take Moore.
Yeah, go ahead. Grab a safety. We do need one. All right. That finishes the draft. And by the way, if I got the running back Martinez, by the way, Captain D, I drafted Martinez from the U. And that means we probably do we deal Cook more than likely if we drafted him that early, which is fine. All right.
We went Harmon. Then we traded 30. We traded 56, 62, 169, and 206 for 34, 99, and 105. Grabbed Amos. Then we grabbed Martinez, Williams, Caldwell, Jones.
Yeah, B+ on Martinez, baby.
Overall draft.
Even Thornton at a C.
So tell us what you think of Tommy's draft.
Yeah, y'all like the draft? I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, if this was how it shaped out to be, would you be pleasantly happy with it?
No.
I mean, you got Amos, which both of you guys wanted.
I like our first 2 picks.
You got him early. You got Harmon. You got the DT. I know he's not the true one tech, but he's still a really good player.
Can I tell you what I would have done different?
And Martinez is a good fill-in for Cook. But go ahead.
The difference is I would have taken Amos at 30, and if I was going to trade up to 34, that's where I would have grabbed Tyreek Williams or Alexander, a true one tech that could fill in as that run.
That's what I think.
That's the only difference I would have done. I don't know if I would have grabbed Harmon.
So
went for the one tech.
So in reality, if I really knew that Kenneth Grant fell to 19 on this, right?
He would have moved up
in this draft. I 100% would have moved up in that range. Grabbed Kenneth Grant, took one of my second rounds, got right back up, and got Amos early. And then there you go.
That'll be great.
Now we're cooking. If I knew somehow
we get Trey Amos,
he would drop.
I'm not sure how you get up that high to get Grant and still.
Well, you could figure. It's happened. You could include a player, which would be probably a James Cook.
It would have to be to get up to get him.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying you could include him with and the draft pick. You also got players like AJ Epinesa that you could throw in as a package deal as well. There's definitely ways around it. We did it in 2018, and we got the guys we wanted. Then I don't see why if he feels like that guy, if Kenneth Grant can be that guy instantly and be that disruptive on the line, why not? Why not? And then Amos, for sure. Like it could be done, Mikey. No doubt about it. It just depends. What is Bean willing? Does Bean see it how we see it? Or other people. I don't know. Or is Bean going to trade back again?
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy part. I have no idea.
To 18, 56 would get us up there. 109 wouldn't. 109, 173, no. 62, and we take back 92. Let's see this. What if we had 177?
Mr. Fulton getting his picture taken. That's pretty cool, man.
169. Okay, so I got up to get him.
Oh, what'd you wind up giving up?
We'll do it since we're done. I want to see if I can get back up to get Amos too.
Okay. Thoughts on the Dolphins? You guys want a quick thoughts on the Dolphins real quick? Captain D wants to know. So their current, I'm guessing you just want our thoughts in general, the current situation they're in. So Mikey, real quick, thoughts on the Dolphins, real quick. I know we're doing the draft, but your thoughts on the current state of the Dolphins. Are they in bad shape? Can they turn things around?
That offensive line needs to be fixed quickly. They just lost their best offensive line. They need to do something with that offensive line. Until they the defense was solid last year. The offense
I thought so too.
And they have weapons.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It's fixing the offensive line.
Okay, so your priority, you feel, is the offensive line. I agree with you on that as well. I'm also now Captain D is really interested in Sanders. I'm not high on Sanders, but I understand. Like, I get it. If he fell there, do the Dolphins take him? And could that be his replacement? The only problem with that is if you do it, the moment Tua fucks up or has a bad game or gets hurt again, fans are going to be all over. You know how fans are. They're going to be cheering Sanders' name. They're going to want Sanders to stay in. And that's the end of Tua in Miami, period. So I don't know. I have no idea. But I get it. I get it why they would do it. But I'm with you, Mikey. If you protect Tua, get your offensive line, Tua's not terrible when he has protection. You know, he can make plays. But I get it, Captain D. I understand as a Dolphin fan, like what you're going through there. But I'm with Mikey. Offensive line for the Dolphins needs to be addressed, needs to be fixed. You have a really good running back in A-Chain. You have obviously talent on the outside. Now, that's the other thing. You have it. Who knows what happens with the Hill situation, because that is messy. I have no idea what you guys are going to wind up doing in the NFL or if anything's going to happen. But that's another whole question that needs to be taken care of. I have no idea. But Jarek, what do you think about the Dolphins' current state of the Dolphins and what they should do?
They need to find a Tyreek Hill replacement. I think he should. Not because it's going to benefit us, but because it's literally just for his own sanity. I think Miami's just simply a bad situation. I think what he's kind of been going down through there right now. I think he just needs a fresh start. Needs to do his fresh start for his career, especially because he's like the tail end of his career. He's had too many of these disputes all throughout his tenure.
Right.
So I just think both the Dolphins and Tyreek Hill need a brand new fresh start. I also think defensively, I think they need CB2. Jalen Ramsey is a player. Eventually, we might have to move him to safety. I still think he's a quality, very, very good corner, maybe a borderline top 10 guy. He's going to have to make the move to safety. Like we saw last year, like the physical intangibles started to kind of slowly dissipate a little bit, right? The speed wasn't really as much anymore. He was a lot more stiffer compared to, in terms of his hip trend. Like it's just, he's not that same dude he was with the Rams and with the Jaguars. He's older, which is, again, we've seen this with a lot of great corners. So eventually he's either going to have to make a move at safety, or he's going to get reduced to like a solid CB2 sort of role. I think that's where it's going to go in. So eventually I think they do need to get an upgrade at corner. I think safety, they definitely need to also find a replacement. And then offensive line is the key priority. They need offensive line help really badly. Yep,
absolutely. And by the way, Captain D, if you guys don't know, he's on the AFC Shakedown. He covers the Dolphins, him and Curtis. So in 2 weeks, or the week of the draft on Tuesday, that Captain D will be joining us, and he'll dive more into the Miami Dolphins, what he feels has gone right, has gone wrong, what needs to improve, and what he liked in the offseason so far, and what he expects to happen in the draft. So expect to see Captain D next week, or 2 weeks from now.
We traded away the entire draft for Kenneth Grant, Trey Amos. My God.
Wait until you see what I did. All right. So I moved.
Mikey has plans.
118. I moved 130, 162, 169, and 206 for 118 and 192. Drafted Kenneth Grant. Then I turned around and traded 256, 390 or 92, and 170 to move up to 34 to get Trey Amos. And then I turned around and traded Cook, a fourth and a third next year for Watts.
I would cry. I would literally cry if we had this draft. I would have tears of joy.
I only picked 2-round draft. We still had a few late round picks to fill
Now
in.
is Martinez available?
I don't know.
Is Martinez available, or we have no more picks?
Well, no, we had more picks. I only did a 2-round draft because I want to see if I can.
Because I'll tell you, if he was available, then that would have been just hell away to complete that draft.
Would you take this?
Got this.
Yeah,
I would.
I would. Absolutely.
That's the
Absolutely.
perfect. It's too perfect. Now we all know this is not happening, but this too perfect.
Right. Exactly. I agree with
Tommy
you there.
said there was.
But yes, I'm with you.
I found a way to do it.
Right. I'm with you. And then you get rid of the problem at the, you solve problems and you got rid of a problem.
We'll have to draft a later round back, but you
would have to.
Ty Johnson and who's our third down back?
Ray Davis.
And Ray Davis. Bills do love to trade.
We do love to trade, but we're weird. We like to we have no idea if we're up or down. It's been
collect picks.
Yeah, we love storing picks, dude.
Jarek,
it's rare we trade up. Go ahead.
I did the last trade for Jarek. I found a way to go get Watts too.
That was very nice of you. Nice.
I got the first two, and I'm like, oh, cool. Then we could have kept all these guys and still filled in them. But if I can find a way to get Watts too, this would be ideal. We walk out of the draft with these
absolutely.
3 guys and nobody else.
Dude, I would be stoked. Yeah, exactly. Because let's be real. Majority of the draft, when we start drafting in day 3, right? Day 2, day 3, a lot of those guys don't even make the team, or they're project players or practice squad guys. We need guys that can immediately be productive and get this team to the next level. Like, we are suffering on defense. And I keep telling people don't understand. We are year 9 into Sean McDermott's defense, and we have yet to really make this thing complete. We've been close, but we haven't had it complete. This would complete it, in my opinion. This would be, or damn near close to it.
Yeah.
I mean, really, honestly, the next step would be a young edge rusher who's
our young core.
Yes, because Joey Bosa is going to be one. Yeah. Obviously, he's 1 year and done. Right? We don't know what Solomon's going to be, and he's not an all-around player. I'm talking about a guy that you could draft, let's say next year. Then you get your first round edge, and boy, now you're talking.
Watch what if we get Grant, watch what Oliver and Rousseau did. Watch their sack numbers go up.
And Bosa, you got Bosa on the outside too.
Yeah, and then you get straight Amos.
And then the cherry on top of that is I give you Watts to play free safety.
Oh my god!
We're the hating James Cook channel. We don't hate James Cook.
I don't hate James Cook, but I'm not paying him $15 million, and that's what he wants.
He had 1,200 all-purpose yards, man. I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry, guys. Like,
that would be a nasty secondary. You have Benford and Amos, Watts, and then either Bishop or one of the other ones. Like I like Forrest too. I think he's an underrated signing. So this would complete our secondary.
Now if we get Hamlin gone, we get Watts. Hamlin's gone, and that's why I think we're not going to do it. Is because I think we like to keep Hamlin because he knows the defense. But if Forrest, because I think Forrest is a better safety than Hamlin, you're not keeping all those safeties. There's just no way. So one of those dudes are going to be gone, and I think I hope it's not Jennings. I think Jennings is a better player, but it would be such a Bill thing to kind of keep a guy that knows the defense.
But God, that would be if we walked out with just those 3, and then Bean said, "Okay, I'm done with the draft." I'd be okay.
I would be Yep, I'll turn my TV
sure.
off. I'll turn it off.
Okay with it.
I don't want to watch.
I would love to see the big board, right? And where he has these players.
All
on
3
his
of these
big
guys
board.
are probably in his top 40.
I just, like I said, man, I really wonder.
Make it look pretty.
This draft is going to be an interesting one. It really is, because he has to understand going into year 9, we have to have these positions filled. Once again, D1 defensive tackle, it has been a problem. We have yet to fill it since we haven't. Not even since. We've never addressed it. Never. We keep getting players like Daquan Jones, who I didn't mind. Starlou too late, but they're a patch. They're a Band-Aid that holds on for a year or two, and you're on to the next guy. That's a free agent. It doesn't work. We have to address this. And CB, same thing, man. We've been having a tough time at cornerback. I mean, honestly, since we got lucky with Benford, let's be real.
Yep.
I don't think anyone saw that coming. And thank God it worked out because Kyer Elam, nobody talks about it because Benford worked out.
Well, it's no different than what the 49ers did. They drafted Trey Lance and then hit on Purdy later in the draft. So
yeah, Darcel. I forgot Marcel Darius.
Marcel.
I liked him. He was actually good for a while. Like, I have no problem with him. He just they were smart to get rid of him when they did. It was a good move. That, by the way, that was a Brandon Bean move. And nobody talks about that. Cleared up a lot of cap.
Yeah,
on getting rid of that player. So, and that's another thing people hate. We don't even talk when we talk about Brandon Bean. By the way, I know we're jumping off subject about the offseason moves. We're not even talking about the things he did. Those moves that he made, getting rid of certain players that their careers were saving a lot of money off the cap, and their careers were
really
diminishing.
We traded Ron Darby coming off a really good rookie year.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yep.
Marcel left.
Shady McCoy. I mean, Shady was a shell. Let's be real. I love Shady, but at that point, he was done. He didn't do much after that.
We reworked Tyrod Taylor's contract.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Yep. So I mean, he did a lot. He did when he came in here was a hot fucking mess, and like people never talk about that. It was a hot mess. This team was really fucked. Like, and he took this team, turned it around, got the cap right, got rid of players that we didn't need that were on the other side of bad, right? Like they were close to bad, right? Where he needed to get rid of some of those guys like the Marcel Darius of the world.
No offensive line. His wide receiver core was horrible.
Nothing. We had no. Yes, so it's like
that wide receiver core really quick when they got one year that Brown and Beasley, then they Diggs. Like it was a turn.
Yes, this wasn't exactly. And by the way, that happened in a period of 2 years. If you think about it, 2018, you got Allen. Mm-hmm. Right, who was not supposed to start, and he admits that he fucked up by having bad quarterbacks at that time. But either way, 2019 came. Okay, we got it. We're gonna have to go through the draft, and boy, he fucking went through it, and he got and traded, made some good signings. So he did a lot of good things. That I feel like people really are sleeping on the acquisitions he made, the free agent signings, the players he cut to get these players. The mid to late round draft picks that have been really good for us, the Spencer Browns of the world that everybody thought was garbage. I'm just saying, like a lot of guys, right? Nobody saw Teron Johnson being one of the best slots in the NFL. Come on, nobody saw that.
Yeah.
So he's done a lot. I don't see why people ignore that fact. But it is what it is, man. I think everybody has an opinion, and it's okay.
I'm with you on that.
I appreciate that. Thank
Tommy,
you.
I do have to bounce though. We're
getting out of here. So, we're getting out of here. So, guys, we'll be back next Friday at 9 p.m. Same thing. We're going to be doing another mock draft and get the chat involved in that one as well. Mm-hmm. And I think is that the chat one we're going to be doing next week. Okay. Yep. So next Friday we'll be doing that, and then that following Tuesday is when we're going to have all of our guests on from different teams to do a pretty much an AFC East mock draft, which is really, really cool. And that's it, man. So, hey, Jarek, where can they find you before we get out of here?
Jan Sports on YouTube. Also too, sometimes because I'm on this podcast, you can also find me here on certain occasions. And then
a lot of occasions, we just keep bringing them back. We love having them on. Right. I appreciate you coming in. G-Pick. I would love, but I live in Northern California, and Tommy lives in Detroit.
And I live in Detroit. Yeah. But you know who lives in Buffalo? They're right here.
That guy right there.
Go to Jared's house. All right, man. So we're out of here, man. We appreciate all of y'all. Go to Jant's Sports. He covers Alabama football and the Buffalo Bills. Does a great job on there. Does a lot of rants, which are always fun. So we'll see you guys next Friday at 9 o'clock. Until then, Bills Mafia, we love you. And as always, go Bills. We're out of here. Peace.
Go Bills.